Does Miss Halloween gave $20. Thank you guys, man. Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for the support. Dude.
The machine always acts a little weird when you switch the dies, so we'll see how it goes this time. I'm going to use these as display buttons, so I'm going to take the safety pin out before pressing them, so it makes it easier to stick on my display board. Okay. I think they look pretty good in my opinion. I don't know what I was expecting. They look like I thought they would, so that's a plus. Okay, buttons are all made. Got some of each made. Yeah, all done. Here's a big pile of them. Here's some other ones I made earlier. Here's the mess I have to clean up. Here's more mess I have to clean up. Here's, oh, these are the example ones. Yeah, here's other ones. I don't know. Okay, I'm done making buttons, I think, because I made a bunch of other ones earlier this month in preparation. It's amazing that I was somehow prepared in advance. So yeah, I think I'm done with the buttons for now. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of a weird angle, especially compared to the unboxings that I did last year. in my studio vlogs from last year. But I am so excited to look at these charms. I think most of them are restocks, although I have some new stuff too. But yeah, I am excited. Giant bag of keychains. Slightly less giant bag of lanyards. And then a tiny bag of tiny stickers. So, the perfect combination of stuff. Okay, these are restock of my Danganronpa 1 lanyards. I tried to restock these a few months ago and the print file turned out really weird, but these look good this time. So that's good. And then here's a new lanyard I made. I'm very excited about it, and I made it mostly for myself to use, so I'm gonna pull one out right now and put it on my phone when I'm done filming this. Okay. So I order most of my charms from Vogue Race, and I love their quality and stuff, but what I don't love is that they don't sort your designs when they send it to you, so they're all mixed together, so I'm gonna have to sort them by hand, but that's okay, I think. Anyway, I don't know. Okay, so here's all this new stuff that I got in that charm order. I'm not going to show off the restocked stuff because that's boring or whatever, but yeah, so this is all new, all Silent Hill stuff, and it is going to be in a shop update later this month. I'm not going to worry about bringing it to the con this weekend because I want people online to get first dibs, but yeah, still glad that the package arrived before I left for a con though, of course, obviously. Okay, so I have these button boards for my display, and I really like them, but my branding has changed slightly, and I don't know, I wanted to do a few new kind of things. So I bought some new button boards. I have to transfer the button displays onto the new ones, so that's my project for right now, I guess. Doing it at the last possible minute, but that's fine. Don't worry, it's fine. Okay, so I got this big roll of Velcro circles. So the plan is to put one circle on the button display, one on here, and then they'll stick together. Now, I'm not sure if this is exactly how you're supposed to do it because it doesn't really fit, but you know what? That's fine. We're gonna just go for it anyway. So that's the goal. Press this down really good so it sticks, or make sure it sticks. And then, yeah. And now it's stuck on there, all good. And if I ever want to like discontinue the button or whatever, you know, just peel it off and yep. So this is my pro display hacks. Wow, so cool. So, okay, I think I'm done prepping everything. There's a lot of stuff all over my floors and everything. So now it's time to pack, which is the worst part of every con, and I hate it every time. And that's why I left it for 10:30 p.m. on the night before I leave. So, okay, let's pack, let's pack. Okay, so it is 11:30ish on Thursday night, and I think I'm supposed to leave in the morning around 11 a.m. or so. And I just remembered that I have a restock of like one of my most popular pin designs, and I haven't like sorted through them yet. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I think I'm done packing everything except for like my personal stuff, like clothes and stuff. So I'm gonna hope so anyway, because if I forgot anything, it's forgotten forever. So yeah, I'm gonna do the pins real quick and pack my luggage and then go to bed early because I didn't get any sleep last night. That's the plan, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, okay, so I don't know how fun pin grading is to watch, so I will do it a speedy version instead. So yeah, anyway, okay, goodbye. Okay, so this huge pile right here are all B grades of this pin, and then these are the tiny amount of A grades, and even that is debatable. Like, they look a little off still, and then I got some like C grades over there too. I don't know, these are like the worst pins I've gotten in like a long time. But the thing is, I actually got them like a few months ago, so I don't think I can talk to my manufacturer about it because of how long ago I bought them. But I'm not too bothered by B grades because I just sell them for $2 less than the A grade ones. So I mean, I'm still making a profit on them. So whatever, I guess. I'll put the cards on all these and yeah. Okay, so it's Saturday morning. We opened like 30 minutes ago or so. So people are just now kind of like trickling in or whatever. I didn't get any footage from yesterday because I was doing setup and everything by myself, and we were kind of late getting here, so like I went straight from setup to people wanting to buy stuff immediately, so I didn't have much time to do anything. But yeah, so we'll see how today goes. Yesterday was pretty slow, but that's okay because this was a cheap con to attend, and you know, I made back every cost yesterday, so I'm not too worried about the rest of the weekend, I guess. But yeah, so yeah, we'll see how today goes. Hopefully it's good. I'll try to get some more footage and stuff. I don't know, but yeah. Okay, so I'll see. I'll talk to you later. Back of my booth is so messy, like always. I am not a very well organized person, so I have a lot of stuff just piled up everywhere, including snacks and stuff. Usually my mom is my helper at cons and she keeps things really organized, but when I'm by myself, no hope. I do have my tasty, delicious breakfast here though. I'm really excited about eating. Okay, so it's Monday afternoon. I got home last night from the con, and all my stuff is all over the floor and all over my desk, and yeah, my house is a complete mess. But I have to pack orders today. I usually ship out Mondays and Fridays, so I have to pack orders today and I guess clean up my house as well. So I'm gonna do that, and then after all that's done, I'm going to make talk about like a little round up the day kind of thing, you know, I don't know. Round up the event kind of thing. So I'm gonna do that. Also, I got new stuff in the mail yesterday. It didn't arrive before the con, but that's okay because I probably wouldn't have sold much of it anyway. So yeah, this is the new stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna clean up and pack orders real quick, and then I will be back soon. Okay, so since I didn't like show off any packing or unpacking, etc. while at the con, here's kind of a little glimpse into my suitcases, which I take to every con. So I usually try to pack all my inventory in one and all my display stuff in the other. And then my display stuff doesn't usually cover the whole suitcase, so I put even more inventory in that one. But yeah, so that's kind of how I go to cons. Those side pockets are all stuffed full too. Usually I bring some other stuff like over here, but I had limited space for this con because I was traveling with someone else. But yeah. all, like, sales this weekend weren't the best, but I didn't really have any expectations going into the con, so it's whatever. It was only a 2-hour drive away from me, so that's not a big deal. And we got a pretty cheap hotel, and the table itself was cheap too. So like, I didn't have a lot invested going into it, so I didn't extremely mind not making a ton of profit this weekend. I made more than like what I usually make in one weekend in my shop, so that's enough for me, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I'm not completely heartbroken that I didn't make like big bucks or anything, you know, it's whatever. I've never been to this con before, so I didn't really know what to expect. And I usually do pretty okay at smaller cons because I have a lot of stuff that other people don't really sell very often. Like smaller fandoms or more obscure stuff that people like but other artists maybe don't know about and that kind of thing. So I usually get a good amount of sales at smaller conventions for those reasons. But this con seemed like extremely small. Maybe it was too small for me, I'm not sure. But like I said, I had never done this before, and a lot of people had told me that this was like a super good con, especially for this area. So I was willing to try it out for that reason. I do think that the attendance was probably like down a lot because of, you know, COVID and stuff like that, and a lot of people are still understandably really nervous about going to events. And then I think it was also in a new location this year, which I think also usually tends to play a part in how attendance goes at conventions. So I think like all those factors together probably made it a like smaller con, more low-key than it usually is. I'm not gonna judge it too harshly for those reasons. But it seemed to be organized really well, and the Artist Alley head was super helpful. They knew that I was tabling alone that weekend, and so people were coming over like every few hours to asking if I needed anything, like if I needed to take a break or get food or anything. So that was really nice. And I always appreciate when Artist Alley's heads do that kind of thing. And they were really nice to talk to and all that kind of stuff too. And all the info before the show was also sent out in a really timely manner, and yeah, so it was really well organized, which is always a huge plus, because I have been to quite a few cons that have no organization, and those are always so stressful for me. But yeah, so all in all, it was an okay weekend. Like, sales were fine. Like, they weren't amazing, but they were fine. My expenses were cheap. It was close by my house, so, you know, it's fine. That's how I would rate this con, is fine. But yeah, I will probably be trying it again next year because, like I said, I have heard really good things about this con, so I am interested in trying it again. So we'll see how next year goes, I guess. Thank you so much for watching my video. I have a bunch of cons coming up, and I'm already exhausted thinking about them. But hopefully I will be able to take some more footage at those events. But thank you again for watching my video, and I will hope to see you next time too. Bye, thank you.